Vampires. What is so horrifying yet so addicting to the concept of vampires? I mean, if you think about it, vampires started off as the ultimate scary tales, folklore of just blood-sucking creatures that feed on humans and animals and their blood. Like, what is that? Like, how is that appealing? Like, at all? I mean, they're bats. They can turn into bats in some folklore, in some movies. They can take your girl quite easily, do a little hypnosis or something like that, and bam, she's gone. So what is so appealing about vampires? Why is it that there are TV shows, merchandise, movies? I mean, think about it. Some of the biggest movies ever to be made around vampires. First, we'll start off with Brad Pitt, Interview with a Vampire. Eddie Murphy, Vampire in Brooklyn. Even, what's that dude's name? Twilight. I forgot the guy's name. Edward Cullen. That's the character's name, but I don't know, I forgot the actor's name. But, I mean, you got Vampire Diaries, you got so many other things, like, it is ingrained into our culture. This love is based off of ideology or an image of something that we really just romanticized. The origins of it are very dark, very evil, and very sinister. So we know that they're scary. And like I said, we know how to stop them. How? Well, you got a couple of options. First one is a stake through the heart. That's how you get all close and personal. You let them know that you're the one that killed them. Like Buffy. Buffy begin that shit, make eye contact, it's done. They disintegrate. You have other things like garlic. Garlic can actually keep them at bay. I don't really know why. Maybe just because it stinks. But yeah, you can go with garlic. You get the necklace one around it. It might be really pungent, but it's worth it. It'll keep them 6 feet away. Make sure you get a mask too, so they can't see your face. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they keep them at bay. Now, the one that I want to talk about today is probably the best weapon against vampires. Do you know what it is? A very, very strong dose of vitamin D. Which, if you don't know what vitamin D is, the sun. The sun gives you ample amounts of vitamin D each and every day. Now, the crazy part is that sunlight is everywhere. All you have to do is go outside and chill, tan, play, work, and you can get great sources of vitamin D. But how come 42% of Americans lack the required amount of vitamin D? Why is that? And it's even higher in other cultures that have darker skin and more melanin in them. Why is that? How is it that we are not getting the right amount of one of the greatest sources ever? I mean, if you think about it, the sun brings life to this planet. If there was no sun, this would be another Pluto. Everything would be frozen, there would be nothing. So the sun gives us life and brings vampires death. So why is it that we're deficient? Now, I could say, well, we can put the blame on a lot of things. Video games, tablets, TV shows, I mean, the list can go on and on and on. And with people being distracted and wanting to stay inside, they're not getting the right amounts of vitamin D, which is very dangerous. It can cause things like bone pain, muscle weakness, fatigue. It also can lead to losing bone density, which can eventually go to osteoporosis or any other ailment that does that. So it's very important that we get our daily dose of vitamin D. Now, the estimated population of America is around 330 million, not 33, but 333 million. And 42% of that is around 132 million. So 132 million Americans need to hear this. And here are some tips on how we can actually better ourselves. First one is go outside. there. A lot of us are distracted with video games, tablets, TV, movies, just staying indoors. The first thing you need to do is go outside. If it's hot where you live, go either earlier or late in the day. You can skip the heat. I get that and I understand that completely. Another tip would be is when you go outside, for the first 20 or 30 minutes, do not apply sunscreen. First, sunscreen can block a certain percentage of UV rays that you absorb into your skin. So you can use the first 20 or 30 to get that adequate amount of sunlight, and then boom, lather it up with the sunscreen. Smell like the city pool. Supplements. You can take vitamin D supplements. You can take... Basically, you can just take vitamin D supplements. That's all I got for you. Now, you can do another treatment, which is called light therapy treatment, which involves a lamp and being in close proximity to you and your skin. That's another way you can do that. So, all these ways that we can help improve our health with absorbing vitamin D. Because if you don't absorb vitamin D, your body can't process calcium. And calcium is one of the biggest contributors to being having a healthy immune system. So the sun, calcium, all of that is very important. So we have to make sure that we go outside and we get our adequate amount of sunlight. If not, you can start feeling sick. There's a lot of bad things that could happen. So please make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. Because like I said, vitamin D is the killer of vampires. And anything that can destroy evil has to be good for you, right? And if that doesn't convince you, maybe this last point will. The sunlight is the ultimate source for vitamin D, correct? And you don't have to pay a cent for it. I guarantee you, if people could bottle up sunlight and sell it, oh man, they'd be selling it for an arm and a leg back to you. You know? So make sure you guys take advantage of it. It's free. Who doesn't like free, right? Free for free, free, free. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. But make sure if you know someone who is dealing with certain health issues or just needs to hear something that involves with mental health or anything that we have going on with this channel, please tag them and share this.